Everybody, it's Emily from ARC Schooling, and today I'm going to bring you my August TBR. I have a lot of books. This is maybe a little bit more ambitious than I should be, but I also have less work to do this month, so I'm going to go for it. There are 7 books in my TBR, just like I read 7 books last month, so it's doable, maybe. So anyway, here is my slightly overly ambitious TBR for the month of August. The first book I want to talk about is our Read Like a Mom book club choice for August, and that is The Soul of an Octopus by Cy Montgomery. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about this book, and I've been really wanting to read it for a while. So I finally picked up a copy, and I decided to motivate myself, I'd make it the book club choice. So we're going to be reading The Soul of an Octopus. This is about exactly what it sounds like, the consciousness of animals and what animals think about and how they behave, and specifically octopus. And I just find it very interesting. I've already started it. I'm in the 2nd chapter. I only started it yesterday, but I really like it so far. It's very readable, very interesting. I really like Cy Montgomery's writing. I'm very excited about this book. And who knew that I would find an octopus so compelling? And I have Stephen King's It. This is a beast of a book. It's so big. But I'm planning on reading this in August because the movie is coming out September 8th, and I am so excited about this movie. So excited about this movie adaptation, you guys. I've been waiting for this. It feels like my whole life. I hated the 90s miniseries. It was terrible. It's not scary at all. It's like they stripped the book of everything that made it frightening and said, let's make a family-friendly miniseries with cute kids. But it was terrible. I hated it. So I've been waiting for a real adaptation of Stephen King's It for forever. And when I heard that they were making it, I really got excited. The trailers came out and they have been amazing. So I'm planning on rereading this month in anticipation of the movie because it's been a couple of years since I read it last. And yeah, I bought myself a brand new copy because my old one was falling apart. This is one of the best books I've ever read. It's my favorite Stephen King novel. And this is one of those books that I've read so many times. And every time I read it, I'm just like blown away by the scope of it, and I love it so much. And I'm very excited to reread it, and I am planning on doing a review because I'm going to see the movie the night it opens. I am so excited about it. I haven't been this excited about a movie since like Lord of the Rings. I'm just like really stoked to see this movie. So I'm going to do a review, like a book to movie kind of review, to talk about it once it comes out. And so yeah, I'm very excited to reread this. As if that right there wasn't enough to keep me busy this month, I also would like to read Bird Box by Josh Malerman because I've heard this talked about extensively on BookTube, and I bought it like 6 months ago and I still have not read it. So I really want to read it. So I'm gonna make that happen, hopefully this month. I'm gonna try to. I don't know a lot about it going in, besides that it's about you can't go outside. There's something outside that if you see it, it makes you crazy, and you either kill yourself or you kill other people. And so you can't see when you're outside. You have to be blindfolded, I think. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much what I know. And I'm very intrigued by that. So I'm looking forward to it. And also it looks like a pretty quick read. So I'm hoping I can get through that faster than I can Stephen King's It. I also have Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna McGuire in my pile because, again, I've heard about this a lot, and I bought it, again, like about 6 months ago. I think I bought it around the same time that I bought Bird Box, and I still haven't read it. So I am trying to read through all these books that I bought while I didn't have time to read, now that I do have time to read. Again, I don't know a lot. I think this is about some kind of boarding house for children who have been to other worlds and other places, sort of like kids who've been to Narnia and that sort of thing. And it's really short, so I think I could probably read it pretty quickly. I don't know if I'm going to get to this or not, but I also have Unholy, which is the sequel to Unwind by Neil Shusterman. My son is on the last book, and he's been bugging me to read these, and so I decided to pick this up this month, hopefully. I really liked Unwind. I bought the rest of the series for him, but also because I want to read them. So hopefully I get to this month. If not, it's going to roll over to next month, but I do hope to pick this up soon because I am curious to know what happens next in the Unwind series. And the last two books I have are read-alouds. My youngest and I are finally picking up The Good Good Pig by Cy Montgomery because I bought this for her thinking she's really going to want to read it, and then we got on the Poppy kick and we've been reading those. So she decided it was time for us to read The Good Good Pig, and this is all about, it's a memoir, I want to say, about her time with this pet pig that they adopted when it was a runt. He was the runt of the litter and she brought it home, and it's their experiences with Christopher Hogwood, so, which is the cutest name ever for a pig. So I'm very interested in this book, and I'm hoping that we both enjoy it. And finally, the last book I'm going to be reading to my teens, and probably my youngest will listen into a little bit. We're going to read The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett because I really want to introduce them to the Discworld series. We've read Nation by him together, and they all liked that. And I think that they're going to like this too. But you can never have enough Terry Pratchett. So I really want to expose them to more of his writing. So we're going to read this together. I'm very excited. I read it before. I've already read this one. It's sort of like an introduction to Discworld by this wizard giving a foreigner a tour of the interesting places throughout the Discworld. So it should be fun to read aloud, I think. I mean, I've read it, so I know it's good. I just think that I've never read any of them aloud before, so I think it'll be a really fun read. Because later, next year, we'll be reading Small Gods together, since it is in grade 10. And I'm excited for them to read that, but I really want to read the first book to them too. So we're going to read The Color of Magic. So those are all the books that I am planning on reading in the month of August. That is a pretty hefty pile. That's bigger than my head. So, of course, it by itself, it's like almost bigger than my head. So anyway, so these are all the books that I'm planning on reading this month, and I can barely even hold them. So what do you have on deck to read in the month of August? Do you have anything great that you're excited to read? I'd love to hear about it. Share it down below in the comments. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye!